everybody, welcome back. This is Pages Through Page, and today we are going to be doing a bit of a comic book haul and also the two books that I bought in February. I don't typically buy a whole bunch of books. I do try and use my local library for a lot of things. One, because I do love to support my local library, and also number two, while I do love the idea of having my own personal library, in my home, I also do want to just fill it with things that I do personally love and enjoy and really have some type of connection to. So I am a bit picky about what I get. A lot of times, the books that I will buy, if I have not already read them, are in series that I have, like maybe the first or second one I really enjoyed, or also that maybe are just like a special edition cover that I think is really, really beautiful, or just something I really think I'll love. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, we're going to start with Someone You Can Build a Nest In. And this is one of those special cases where I definitely bought this one because I do want to read it, but also I love this color purple. This is a Barnes & Noble's exclusive cover, similar to the Purple Mate cover that they released. And this is just gorgeous. Like I said, I've been wanting to read this for a while. It had a pretty long wait time at my local library, so buying this, getting the purple cover, it was a great addition to my library. But this book is basically about the shape-shifting monster who ends up falling in love with this woman who she intends originally to birth her children with by putting them in her body so they can eat off of her when they are born. But as she falls in love with this woman, she discovers the fact that she can't bring herself to do it. So she has to find a way to not only tell her girlfriend that she is a shape shifting human eating monster, but also her girlfriend's family is convinced that she is the one who has cursed her family, but she has not cursed anyone. So we get to follow the both of them as they fall in love, but also try and figure out their way to coexist. And this is Someone You Can Build a Nest In. Next, we have Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. This is marketed as a Camilla retelling, and I have not read Camilla, but I do have Bury Our Bones in Midnight Soil, which I got probably about in 100, maybe 150 pages in last year. Really did enjoy the writing style of it, but I just didn't stick with it. I was kind of going through a reading slump, so I put it off to the side as kind of like a come back to later. I do have the physical copy because I got it from Book of the Month, so I will be coming back to it. But I also heard really wonderful things about this and heard that it's a little bit more like thriller-esque. So really excited for Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. Next, these are the comics that I got. I do typically buy a bit more comics just because I do have more of like continuous runs that I'm following, and it is a lot harder to get comics as soon as they release. And they're also not nearly as expensive as one book, but they're also a lot smaller. So first, we have Magic and Colossus #1. I have never read anything with Colossus, but I have been reading the ongoing X-Men run, and I do have Magic's TPs of her run that was going on last year. So I'm really excited to read this and kind of see their sibling dynamic. So we have the ongoing Batgirl run. I have 16 and 17, and I am so excited. One, for this cover, because that is gorgeous. But also, two, I do believe my girl is coming back to Gotham, and I am so excited. Next, we have Titans, and this is the DCKO tie-in, and I did not keep up with DCKO. I would probably end up going back in through the DC comic app and probably catching up on it, but I have been keeping up with the comics, and I'm so excited to see Cass on here along with Leanne. I just think this is going to be great. I really hope it's really good, and I'm really excited for what they're going to do with the new Titans and Spoiler joining them. Really excited for that one. as I said, continuing on with the story, it's gorgeous. I love it. I'm not a huge fan of I'm not a huge fan of Tara, but my girl Raven, awesome. And these crystals up here, gorgeous. One thing you'll find out about me is I really do just love comic art and kind of like what that looks like. Huge fan of that. Next, we have the current X-Men run. We have number 26. Once again, talking about the art and just like how gorgeous it is. This is such a creative and cool thing for Magic. Just how like demon-esque, but it's also not her typical dark child look. So I'm really intrigued with this like kind of nature-esque swamp thing type of ordeal to see what's going on in 26. But first, we also have to get through 24 and 25. I got this one because I do absolutely adore Gambit and Rogue, and I was telling my boyfriend the other day, you know, you have to be a favorite couple when you get the variant cover of a comic line that you're not even in. So, really excited for both of these to see where and what they're going to be continuing on. I do have to somewhat catch up on that as well. I was not a huge fan of the Shadows of Tomorrow stuff, so I need to catch up on my X-Men, including my Uncanny X-Men, which is arguably my favorites. I have adored this series. I love Gambit and Rogue. I love Nightcrawler. I do wish they gave a little bit more character development or just like information to Jubilee, just because I haven't read a whole lot of the older comics. That is something I'm wanting to do with this channel and kind of like document that process as I'm starting to get to know some of these other characters. But I do wish I got to form a bit more of a emotional connection with Jubilee through these. But the kids, oh, I love them so much, and I love their relationship with the like adults and just kind of getting to see like that all go in. I've loved Uncanny X-Men. And then these are more of our singles that I didn't end up needing to catch up on anything. We have Siren's Love Hurts, which is the new series that's going to be focusing on Dinah and Oliver's wedding and leading up to it. But this is by the art style is by Babs Tarr, and I adore her art style. I have been seeing this all over my Instagram page, especially because I follow Babs. But my biggest thing is I never knew how much I needed to see Harley with pink pigtails because she looks gorgeous. I love Babs' art style. So excited to break this open. And then finally, we have Batman number 4. This is the new series, volume 4. I have read one. My boyfriend is a huge Batman fan. I like Batman as well, but I really like his children, kind of the like Bat family dynamic more. So I need to once again catch up on that one. But I am really excited to see what exactly this whole new volume is coming for or going to bring, because the first issue was really great and I really loved his dynamic with Crocodile and getting to kind of have a bit more humanity brought back to Batman. I know he's been very broody and grumpy and just angry a lot. And I kind of just want a little bit of dad energy from him. I feel like that's going to be a hot take, but you can try and convince me down in the comments. Maybe I should love grumpy, angry Batman. Anyway, but thank you everybody for tuning in today, and make sure you follow along. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and can't wait for the next time. Bye guys.